Hi, Bruno Jr. here. Our podcast, Busting Addiction and Smiths, is sponsored by SafeHouseRehab.com. SafeHouse believes that traditional treatments fall short of the needs of clients who face the modern problems of addiction. Modern problems need modern solutions. Multiple addictions, multiple relapses, multiple triggers, and cheaper and more powerful street drugs set up unprecedented challenges facing treatment centers. What is needed is a more sophisticated approach, a better way forward. There are 3 reasons to choose our progressive modern treatment program. 1, a more sophisticated intake process. 2, technology proven to enhance recovery. And 3, the most robust aftercare program in our sector. To learn more, visit us at SafeHouseRehab.com.
When is the right time?
Well, thank you for that question, Tony. I guess the brief answer is when the alcoholic addict hits bottom is the right time to ask for help and to surrender. But there's different ways. People have different bottoms. And sometimes it's a case of, I'll give you my example, where I had become completely dysfunctional at work. I had a great job. I was fired after 3 years. So that was a wake-up call for me, because if at some point in time you had turned to me as a friend or colleague and said, you think you're overdoing it, drinking too much, maybe, blah, 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 hung over a lot, I would say, screw you, I'm making lots of money, leave me alone, I'm doing fine. But when they took the job away, I was no longer anchored to any excuse or reality. So that woke me up. I was miserable to begin with. I sought help. I entered treatment 27 years ago, and I took it seriously. So that was the right time for me. Another right time could be in the context of an intervention, either professionally led or family led. And there's a book about intervention called Love First by Deborah John and Deborah J.A.Y., where they talk about either a professional or a family intervention that catches the addict or alcoholic after a significant period of damage to themselves and others, and provides them with help and with consequences if they don't accept it. So, what Deborah J says is, there's this illusion, and I'm beginning to agree with it, that an alcoholic addict has to hit bottom before they are ready. Well, let's examine that. The real question is, what will make them ready? Okay, so what will make them ready, perhaps, is an intervention that shines the light on, shocks the addict into becoming aware of the effects of his disease on the family and himself or herself, and then offers them some alternatives. One alternative is, okay, if you accept help and go into treatment like this afternoon, then we'll put our arms around you and embrace you and love you and support you. If you choose not to go, the people in the room, the family members in the room, are prepared in advance to do certain things, such as no more money, no more free housing, in some cases cutting off all contact if the pain inflicted on the wife is too much, I can't talk, and denying visits with the children. Those are the negative consequences if you don't take this choice. So those are, not just hitting bottom, but what will get them ready is the real question. So when is the right time? For a lot of people, it's having been exposed to recovery, to other recovering friends, and them waking up and making a personal decision that they can't go on like this. There's a saying, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So maybe that's it too. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, reach out for help. The contingency there is many, many alcoholics and addicts have no idea of where to turn, but they do see the commercials on TV, and they could make that call, or they could call the central office or go to aa.org or na.org and take some action. Problem is, you're in such a state of denial at that point. You don't think you have a problem, or this is the way life is, I'm always going to be an alcoholic, there's no hope for me. And you do have those conditions, and that's a sorry place to be. Only 1 out of 10, roughly, alcoholics or addicts actually are in recovery. So 90% of us, if you will, are really not seeking help when 100% of them probably should. You have family and friends who want to push you into treatment or want to wake you up. So the answer is when is the right time? The right time is any time, really, when the alcoholic or addict is doing such damage to himself and others that it's time to make a change. Our podcast is sponsored by SafeHouseRehab.com, a modern approach to recovery. To learn more, visit us at SafeHouseRehab.com.